Until now, change arrived slowly for automobiles, in evolutionary rather than revolutionary terms. They didn't stray far from the basic form established 100 years ago, which meant cars were powered solely by gasoline. Well, times are different now, and things are about to change. This is the Honda Insight, the first production hybrid car available for sale in the United States. Hybrid meaning it's powered by a gasoline engine and an electric motor. The Insight is an example of what Honda does best, producing products that redefine what can be accomplished through creative, advanced engineering. The Insight is an exercise in maximum efficiency that operates on many different levels. It's a ULEV, ultra-low emission vehicle green machine, a sporty, fun runabout, an advanced aluminum alloy work of art that meets the latest safety standards, a full-featured ideal commuter that provides the world's highest fuel economy, while slicing through air with one of the lowest coefficients of drag of any mass-produced automobile.
It also has extremely high fuel economy in the wide range of driving conditions. That means on the highway as well as in city driving. This would be a great car for the commuter who has a long drive every morning. Another great use of the car would be on those weekend excursions, sightseeing, going to a neighboring city where you can not only save a lot of money on the fuel costs, but you fill up half as often.
Much of the Insight's remarkable efficiency comes from its IMA, or Integrated Motor Assist System.
The Insight would be best described as a parallel hybrid. In a parallel hybrid, both the engine and the electric motor are used to propel the vehicle.
The IMA powertrain is a combination of a gasoline engine, an electric motor, and a 5-speed manual transmission. In the area behind the driver and passenger are the electronic controls for the IMA system, the nickel metal hydride batteries, and gasoline fuel tank. When driving the Insight, the gasoline engine provides the primary motive power. When additional horsepower and torque are needed, such as when accelerating hard or climbing hills, the electric motor provides assist to the gasoline engine using electric current supplied by the nickel metal hydride battery pack. During deceleration, the motor functions as a generator and recharges the battery pack. This is called regenerative braking. Gasoline power combined with electric power captured by regenerative braking. Very intelligent. But it's not just the powertrain components that make up the IMA system or allow for such outstanding efficiency. It's the entire car. The Insight is the aerodynamic equivalent of a high-performance wing. Internally measured by Honda, the Insight's body slices through air with an ultra-low coefficient of drag, or CD, of only 0.25. By comparison, a Civic hatchback has a CD of 0.36. A lower CD is always desirable, as less power is required to push a car through air, resulting in better fuel economy and greater efficiency. Just as remarkable is the ultra-lightweight all-aluminum chassis. Aluminum is 1/3 the weight of steel, so by using this material, significant weight savings can be realized. Honda engineers developed new body construction technologies that take advantage of the weight savings offered by aluminum. Die-cast aluminum joints connect the extruded aluminum frame components together, to which the roof, body, and door panels are added to complete the construction. As a result, the Insight's chassis weighs a remarkable 47% less than a Civic 3-door hatchback steel chassis, yet has greater bending and torsional rigidity to help provide a smooth ride and excellent handling. The entire car, in fact, weighs in at a remarkably low 1,847 pounds, as compared to a manual transmission-equipped Civic hatchback, which weighs 2,359 pounds. So by having all the IMA systems work together, the hybrid power plant, the superb aerodynamics, the lightweight aluminum body, the Insight is able to deliver an EPA estimated average fuel economy of 61 city and 70 highway miles per gallon, making it the most fuel-efficient gasoline-powered automobile in the world. Yet its IMA technology works so smoothly, so seamlessly, that you may forget it's there because you drive the Insight like any other car. Let's take a closer look at the powertrain. The Insight's 1-liter 3-cylinder VTEC-E gasoline engine, with assist from the electric motor, produces 73 horsepower at 5,700 RPM and 91 foot-pounds of torque at 2,000 RPM, with up to approximately 1/3 of this torque being supplied by the IMA electric motor. The idea behind using a hybrid powertrain is that cars only need a larger engine for acceleration and climbing grades. Substantially less power is needed to actually maintain a vehicle's speed. So why lug a big engine around and use excess gasoline when you don't need to? Therefore, the Insight's engine was made smaller to reduce weight and increase fuel efficiency. Yet, thanks to the IMA electric motor assist, it delivers the equivalent performance of a larger 1.5-liter engine without the corresponding fuel consumption penalty.
The Insight employs a new lean burn combustion engine, and the efficiency of this engine compared to conventional engines or even conventional lean burn engines is significantly higher.
And being rated as a California ULEV or ultra-low emission vehicle, it's also environmentally friendly. Here are some additional features that help make this engine so efficient. To reduce weight, a resin valve cover, intake manifold, and pulleys are used, as is a cast magnesium oil pan, which also increases engine rigidity. To reduce friction during combustion and improve engine efficiency, the crankshaft is slightly offset from the cylinder's center line. And the single overhead cam VTEC Powertrain uses roller rocker arms. The Insight's VTEC system was designed to create a swirl effect in the cylinder. This allows the lean air fuel charge to burn more completely and cleanly for enhanced fuel efficiency and cleaner emissions. And to reduce cold start emissions and bring the catalytic converter up to operating temperature faster, the exhaust manifold is cast into the aluminum alloy cylinder head, another first by Honda. The Insight's catalytic converter is a very special design that actually attracts nitrogen oxides, or NOx molecules, during lean burn conditions. It holds the NOx molecules until it can catalyze them later during richer air fuel operation, turning the NOx emissions into water, CO2, and nitrogen. Let's have a look at the IMA electric motor assist. It's mounted directly between the engine and transmission. Only 2.3 inches wide, it supplies additional power to the engine when needed and, during deceleration, uses regenerative braking to recharge the battery pack. That means you never have to plug in to recharge the batteries. Because of this, and the fact that the Insight operates primarily on gasoline, driving range and refueling are not a problem with this car, especially when you consider that you can drive the Insight over 700 miles on a single tank of gasoline. Another clever feature is that at idle speed, the electric motor is controlled to produce out-of-phase torque pulses. These torque pulses damp vibrations that are produced by the 3-cylinder gasoline engine, thus allowing it to idle even smoother. Okay, we've taken a look at the IMA power plant. Now let's examine the Insight's other features as we do a walk around. The styling is distinctive, futuristic, and highly aerodynamic, like an updated version of Honda's popular CRX. To achieve that low coefficient of drag, the frontal area was reduced to a minimum. Lower front strakes were added to reduce airflow under the car. A flat floor pan was added to further reduce turbulence that could create drag. The rear floor, in fact, was tilted up 5 degrees to help minimize any undercar turbulence. The flat door panels and aero wheel skirts also help reduce drag. Air directed over the hood flows over the flush windshield and A-pillars, over the roof, then past the cutoff rear end. The Insight's all-season P165 65R14 tires have 40% less rolling resistance than conventional tires. Even the aluminum alloy wheels were designed to minimize drag. These superb aerodynamic enhancements, plus the lightness of the aluminum chassis and body, are very important factors in helping the Insight achieve ultra efficiency. But that doesn't mean the Insight sacrifices safety for this efficiency. Using Honda's patented G-force control technology, its body and chassis were made extremely rigid and meets all crash safety standards, US federal and Honda's own in-house ones. Front and rear crush zones help provide protection during a severe impact, as demonstrated by this extruded front frame rail, which progressively collapses to absorb impact energy. For side impacts, the Insight is reinforced with hefty cross-section side sills, door beams, and roof rails, plus a substantial steering hanger beam. And of course, there's a full complement of standard safety items: 3-point seat belts, dual airbags, padded instrument panel, and front seat head restraints. As you can see, the packaging of the powertrain is very neat. The gasoline engine electric motor combination are concealed beneath these covers that create a clean, almost sculpted underhood appearance. Power is channeled through a lightweight 5-speed manual transmission that was specially designed for this car. In the rear are the IMA control unit and 144-volt battery pack. There's also a concealed 2 cubic foot storage area, space saver spare tire with alloy wheel, and plastic resin fuel tank that holds 10.6 gallons of gasoline. When you sit inside the Insight, it has the feel of a sporty car as the high-backed bucket seats wrap around to provide comfort and support and help minimize fatigue. The shift lever, controls, and switches fall easily into hand, and the sporty 3-spoke steering wheel is similar to the one used in the Honda S2000 Roadster. This is a fully featured car with AM/FM cassette sound system, standard power windows, mirrors, and door locks with remote entry, and a mobilizer theft deterrent system, heat-rejecting green-tinted glass, plus an available automatic air conditioning system with Micron air filtration. Of course, there's also a locking glove compartment, dual beverage holders, driver's vanity mirror, and a remote fuel filler door release. When you start the Insight, it's the electric assist motor that actually spins the engine to start it, using power from the IMA battery pack. If the outside air temperature is very low or the charge in the IMA battery pack is also very low, then a conventional starter and battery do the job. As long as we have the engine running, let's take the Insight out for a drive. The first thing you notice when driving the Insight is its peppy performance. This car is not sluggish at all. The engine revs quickly and the IMA motor provides extra boost when you need it. The Insight feels solid and well planted on the road like any other Honda. It's fun to drive and handles well. The front suspension is an independent strut type with forged aluminum lower arms and steering knuckles. The rear suspension is a compact, lightweight twist beam design. The car stops quickly, with the brakes inspiring confidence. The front discs use light aluminum calipers. The aluminum rear drums are finned for better heat dissipation. The variable assist rack and pinion electric power steering is lightweight and easy to turn, providing just the right amount of assist. To increase fuel economy and reduce emissions, there's an idle stop feature. When you stop the Insight, put it into neutral and let out the clutch, the engine automatically shuts off. A green auto stop light shows when this is happening. When you push the clutch in and shift it into gear, the IMA motor instantly spins the engine up to speed and starts it again, and you're ready to go. The idle stop feature will not operate though if the battery state of charge is low, the engine is not warmed up in heavy stop and go traffic where the Insight remains in first gear between stops, or if the air conditioning is in auto mode. If the economy AC mode is selected, however, the idle stop feature may stop the engine or allow it to run in order to help the AC system maintain a comfortable cabin temperature. Another interesting feature is the Insight's electronic instrument display. On the left is the gasoline engine's tachometer, coolant temperature gauge, and idle stop indicator light. The center section has a large digital speedometer and an engaging fuel efficiency display. By using the trip button, the driver can toggle between the average lifetime fuel economy odometer display and 2 resettable trip meters, A and B, that show fuel economy and distance traveled. In addition, a bar graph shows instantaneous fuel economy from 0 to 150 miles per gallon. The button marked FCD for fuel consumption display toggles between the lifetime or trip readings and another mode called segment display. Segment display enables the driver to easily measure the impact of various weather, traffic, driving, and road conditions on fuel economy without disturbing trip meters A or B. On the right are the gasoline fuel gauge, IMA battery state of charge, IMA charge and assist indicator, plus a maximum economy shift indicator. For complete details on all electronic instrument display modes, idle stop operation, and other special Insight features, make sure to check your owner's manual. My overall impression of the Insight? It engages you like no other car, with the electronic instrument display adding a whole new dimension of interactivity. You don't merely drive this car, you directly influence and get feedback about everything you're doing with it. It makes for a very enjoyable ride wherever you're going. By now, it's clear that the Insight is a very special car. So what conclusions can we draw about it? The Insight is cutting-edge technology, the first of its kind. It's ULEV rated, so smog-forming emissions are greatly reduced as compared to conventional engines. It uses less fossil fuel, and what it does use, it makes the most of. As a result, the driver is able to achieve his or her environmental objectives without having to make a sacrifice, and that's smart. The Insight's IMA technology is seamless and transparent to the driver, making it eminently usable and practical. It doesn't have a range or refueling problem and recharges its own batteries. Once again, Honda has taken the initiative to provide new ideas in transportation that are both exciting and environmentally responsible. Take the Insight out for a drive and prepare to be surprised. It is an insight into the future that's ready and waiting for you today.